Good morning, whatever time it is by you, wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is that you're watching this. Thank you for clicking on this video. I do appreciate it. Today we are looking at Mining Wizards, specifically the demo. It is, of course, wishlistable on Steam. I was going to say wishlistable on YouTube. No, it's wishlistable on Steam. If you like the look of the game and you want to play more of it, the bigger expanded version, we're just checking out the itch.io demo, as we do, as I like to do, because that's where these games need help and assistance. And it is an incremental type of game with a sort of a meta progression and short bursts of playing times, one of those kinds of games, which I like a lot. We've looked at a few of them lately. And it has a very similar system to a lot of other games that we looked at lately, where you just hold the cursor over certain things and stuff happens, and that is, for a very short period of time, and that is kind of your core gameplay mechanic. And I like it. It's strangely satisfying. Anyway, we're gonna jump in. We're gonna have a look at some gameplay. Let's maximize the screen here, and then we are going to critique a bit as we do. Before we jump in, let's have a look at the credits page. We have the generalist developer. I haven't heard that phrase before. Generalist developer. I suppose it just means the developer that does everything other than the main core stuff, which is Sangwoo Lee, and the lead programmer Hongchan Han. Sorry if I mispronounced those with tone or whatever. I am, a clueless Westerner. Assets, and we have some credits for the assets that have been collected from certain places. And then of course the settings page. What have we got? I really like the way the menu has that little effect. So we have many languages for the game. We have the display mode. Thinks it's windowed because it's not interacting properly with the itch.io display mode thing. Very few games do. I imagine this is not easy. There's an FPS limit. We have all of the quality of life, quality of controls that I like to see, plus a bonus one, element obtain sound, cursor sensitivity. Alright, so yeah, very good quality of life controls. Bravo developers, I love to see that. Alright, let's stop holding things off. Let's jump in and play the game. We have a bit of a tutorial sort of system, which is basically just a text box that tells us how to do stuff. It's saying that we've been taken to our upgrade phase where these games generally start us, but it actually tells us that we don't have any resources, so jump in and play by clicking the magic mining button. That is an excellent tutorial for anybody who's willing to read, and it's not too much text, so I like that. It also tells us it's the demo, a little bit of sort of demo advertising there. That's fine. So this is our upgrade page. The reason it says upgrades is we get a few more tabs up at the top here for various things that we find. It'll take us to of those mineral things, of which we have 0 at the moment, to upgrade, and then there's just the settings button that takes us back to the same settings page from the menu. So let's start mining, and what we do is we're given a field with some rocks in it, a timer in the top right that counts down. As you can see, we only have 15 seconds. We can't really extend that very far, at least definitely not in the earlier upgrade levels when I played through the testing of this. And we have the minerals that we've collected, some of which will be the kind of minerals we use for upgrades. Then we also have XP that gives us, well, we'll see what the XP gives us when we get there. And then we have a stop mining button if the 15 seconds or so is too long for us, but I very much doubt we're likely to use that at any particular point. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if we ever get like minerals that increase the time or something like that. Interesting question, but it's a not particularly useful button, but it's interesting that it's there. Anyway, as you can see, we have a little circle with that we can move with the mouse. If we put the circle over a rock, this kind of mining blob over here, this magical mining thing, will sort of chip away at that and get some minerals out of it when it finally collapses. And that's the main gameplay, so let's do that. As you can see, we're chipping away at that one, now we're chipping away at that one, and every time we do it, we get some minerals. Chip away at that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and we are out of time. and we mined 5 elements, and we got 2 refined crystals out of them. So our total refined crystal count was 2. We did not level up. As you can see, there's another currency over there, but we don't have to care about that now. And we acquired 5 XP, so we got half of our level. So we can go to upgrades. So now we have our upgrades page, so we have 2 crystals, so we can click on this, and our first upgrade is session start mineral increase, where we can go from 0 to 3. So I think we just start with three crystals, which is an odd kind of upgrade, especially one to start with, but I mean, there it is. That's the option. It's the only option we have. It forms a little plus next to it when we can actually afford to buy it. That's really nice. That I find very, very helpful. Then you'll have this big tree of things. You can only upgrade some of them. Which ones can you upgrade? The ones with the big green plus next to them. That is awesome. I love to see that and things like that. So developers make note. That's a good feature to have in your progression trees. So we upgrade that. There are none with any pluses because we have 0 resources. This one will take 32. That'll take 4. That'll take 12, and that'll take 8. That'll be the next one to go for because that's good anyway, because it just increases the yield we get from mining anyway. Then we also have an achievements tab. We've unlocked an achievement. I don't think it gives us anything. It's just a way of tracking the ones that we get. So we can just mouse over it and it says, "Up, that's the achievement that you got." We don't have any of these other ones. There's a level up and things like that. But again, I don't think these actually give us anything. I don't know if they'll translate to actual achievements in Steam or anything like that. Anyway, achievements, there they are. Let's do a little bit more magic mining. So, mouse over things. I did say we start with 3 crystals. Not sure where that appears, if that's actually doing a thing. Maybe it's only when we get to our review page. Oh, we leveled and we ran out of time. So we've refined crystals. We've got 2. We've got 5 elements. I don't know what that starts. Oh, maybe it just means there's more rocks on the field. That's what that one did for us. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Although it's a bit, I suppose it does make sense as a starting upgrade. Anyway, so looking at this, we just got another 2 crystals. So we have a total of 2. So we can't actually upgrade anything, I don't think. But what we did do is we leveled up and we got one of these currencies, which means we can do the upgrade gacha, which is a popular thing to add to games. We'll have a look at that in a moment. But let's first of all have a look at our upgrades. It's taken us to the gacha page. So we've gathered enough experience to level up, and we got this currency that they decided to call mana, because you have to have a currency called mana in a fantasy themed game. And what we do is we buy gacha runs with this mana. And the core orb's base stats automatically rise as your level rises. So here's the basic stats. So we do a little bit more damage per hit. Cooltime hasn't changed. The critical rate has gone, will go up slightly. And the area potentially increases the base stats, or maybe through upgrades. That's interesting. I didn't quite realize that just each level gives us more orb stats. I mean, obviously it doesn't increase it much. And I don't know if these other stats actually go up per level. I must keep an eye on that. But yeah, so that's levels are quite important. But let's have a look at the gacha. So we have a 1 mana currency. It will cost us 1 to run a gacha run. We click on that. It gives us pretense of 3 cards. Selects one, and we get the elemental core. So this thing will appear with little under 1% chance. These are quite nice. Basically, you mine them and they give you a big lump of resources, although they take a little bit longer to mine. So they're always worth going for first if you see them on the field. They basically appear on the green field with all the other rocks as we get one of these things. Alright, so that was our level. Can we afford anything with upgrades? Oh, we can afford more rocks on the field, I think. Session start mineral increase. I'm guessing that's what that means. Doesn't really explain it. And it goes purple because we've maxed it out, which is fine. We need to get our mining yield increased. As you can see, that also has 2 upgrade levels and so on. And then achievements, we've got a few more achievements that we don't really care about. Let's go do some more mining. We didn't get one of the magic things, so we're just getting regular rocks for now. Our XP is climbing slowly. I don't know if this, I mean, it gives us the illusion of a skill-based element in the game. I don't know, do you find that convincing? I don't really find it convincing, but it's something. We didn't get enough to upgrade anything, so let's go do another mining run. See this bit, like does this? It pretends that you're doing something that requires skill. Which I suppose it is. I suppose it is in a way. Yeah, it's like it worries me because you're like sort of going, this is the game in a way sort of lying to you about the skill element, and I'm always wary about that because that's what like sort of gambling games do a lot of. You know, they pretend that there's a skill element, that they pretend that you're going to win stuff, you know, almost as a guarantee and that kind of stuff, and that bothers me because that a lot of gambling systems lie to you about that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm always wary when I see it in games. But I think this is an interesting sort of skill element that's been added to this incremental game, and obviously we're not consuming anything other than our time to play it, so that's fine. That's fine. Well, let's go upgrade. The only one we can afford is this one, so we just get a few more resources per mineral that we break, and we need to earn another 4 so we can boost that as well. And then we have some other upgrades that unlock here in the usual progression. And I think that's enough gameplay that I'm showing. This tree actually gets pretty big. There's a lot of interesting upgrades that you can go up for. There's different kinds of minerals that will give you different currencies, and then different upgrades cost different kinds of currencies. The upgrade tree is actually quite well done, well designed, well playable. This gacha thing I'm a little less convinced about. I mean, it's fine, it adds a nice element. It kind of drags in, yeah, games with gacha elements. Those are very, very popular at the moment. It would be nice to be able to look and see what kind of gachas you might get. So it'd be nice if there was like a button here where you could see all of the potential ones grayed out and then sort of highlighted with the things that you do get. So I mean, I would recommend adding that at some point. Achievements are just achievements. It shows us all of the possible achievements. So that's fine. And then yeah, the upgrade tree is very grayed out at the moment. Again, maybe it would be nice if you could see the whole tree just grayed out, and only things that you've unlocked by unlocking the next one in the path. That might be quite nice, rather than hiding the tree. Show us the whole tree, sort of show us which paths we can go down. Sort of like, I don't know if I should get this upgrade, but does it unlock something? Because like, I don't care about that very much. It's a tiny percentage for quite a price, but does it unlock something that's worth having? Yeah, I mean, is there value in having a tree that you can't optimize the path through? Does it increase playability, or does it just frustrate the player? I don't know. Anyway, like I said, it's enough gameplay. So if you liked this video, please drop a like. If you disliked, drop a dislike. Either way, please leave a comment telling me why you did or didn't like it, and I would appreciate that. Yeah, it will help me improve, and it helps engagement with the video and all of that kind of stuff. Tells YouTube that you like watching gaming videos, and then YouTube will give you more gaming videos. So there's mutual benefits all around, and that's an important thing to me and hopefully to you too. And yeah, obviously if you like the videos and you like this channel, drop a subscribe. I try and do every single day a video about a game, and so you get like an indie game in your inbox every day. I think that's valuable for no cost other than clicking the subscribe button and clicking on the videos, I suppose, and spending some time watching them. So yeah, so that's my begging portion done. If you are leaving because you're just here for the gameplay, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. See you in the next video. If, however, you are staying for the critique, which is hopefully valuable, well, starting with the UI is absolutely fine. I'm a little busy in places, and like I said, I don't like how this is hidden. I don't like how the gachas are all hidden behind a mysteriousness. Show the player this stuff. You don't need to hide it. It doesn't make it more interesting um, if the stuff is hidden. So feel free to show them the whole tree. Why is the tree hidden? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think the stuff should be hidden and it's more interesting if it's a secret, or if you would prefer to see the whole tree that you can play in, all of the gacha that you can go for. I know in the actual gacha machines in Japan, they show you the stuff you can win on the machine. It's not a mystery, because that convinces people come and play this because they want to see what it's about. But yeah, other than that, I think the UI is absolutely fun. The tutorial is fine enough. It kind of shows you how to play. I mean, tutorials are important. Always work on the tutorial a bit. But yeah, I don't know. I think it was fine. I think it could definitely be better. So I'll give half marks for the tutorial. At least there is one. At least there's something that shows you how to play. But I think it could be refined a lot more and make a much better initial experience for the player. Sounds. The sounds are interesting, especially this music. It's like it's an 80s track. It's a kind of 80s track I grew up with, so I love this music, but it's not quite there. It's like it's almost an 80s track. It's like half of it is missing. It's very weird. I love it. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, but it is very strange how it doesn't quite break into a full track that I'm constantly expecting. But it's good. I love the music. The game sounds they're fine enough. I prefer it. It's a little bit sort of a boop noise. In fact, sort of soft bloops. Why not have actual kind of mining sounds? Sort of the chink of sort of like metal hitting stone, and then sort of the of rocks being poured to sort of show the sound that of you receiving some minerals or whatever. It could be more mining-y sounds. Those I think would be a bit more visceral, a bit more enjoyable. Sort of the video game bloops and beeps are less interesting. And I mean the upgrades. If I click on this, it just goes click instead of going shoom or something like that. Something deep and vibrant and bassy to make you go, yes, you have achieved this. You've purchased this thing. Here is some dopamine rush for you from the nice, deep, visceral sound that happens. There's definitely, again, I'm giving half marks for the sounds. They're fine. They do the job, but they could be just so much more interesting. The art of the game is very pretty. I think if I had to dislike something, it would this kind of feel is a bit plain. It needs some trim around the edge. To show that we are somewhere rather than just this weird floating square in the middle of nowhere. I've leveled up, yay. We can see what the next level looks like. Why not draw stuff around here? We've got 1 mana, but we haven't unlocked the gacha because the next one costs 2. So let's just have a look at the things. So the next one, okay, the cooldown hasn't changed, the attack area hasn't changed. The actual attack amount hasn't changed, it's just the critical rate that's gone up, will go up for the next level. So yeah, I don't know. The core base stats seem a little bit small of an update for me. We can hit more things with each pew. The art, like I said, that green area, I mean, it's like your sort of main interesting gimmick, and it's just this weird floating green square. It's not pretending to be anywhere other than it's green and the things kind of look like rocks. Like, what is going on here? And I suppose that's taking us to the immersion element. This is reducing immersion a little bit. It's kind of making it like a sort of a puzzle game where you're just here for the numbers and things like that, but you're missing a whole trick there by making it more immersive. Tell us more about who we are as the wizard. Tell us more about the green field that we are mining, and give some story in here. Give some set dressing that tells a story and that pulls the player in and makes the player actually care about what is going on. Because at the moment I don't really care. I'm clicking the things and the numbers are going up and I'm unlocking some upgrades, and that's fine. That's gameplay, but it's not great gameplay. It's not as good a gameplay as it could be. So yeah, add some more set dressing in here. Other than that, I mean, the actual the last thing we can talk about is really just the gameplay element. This is fun. I like pewing the rocks. That's quite pleasant. I like, yeah, this is good, and I like the upgrades. I like the gacha. I mean, I shouldn't because it's like a gambling thing, and I'm somewhat against gambling stuff sometimes. But it's fine. It's fine. We got 9 crystals there. You've got the experience, you've got multiple currencies, you've got different gameplay elements. All of those kind of things are fantastic. Nice little markers showing you where you can upgrade and stuff like that. So I mean, the taking care of the player is quite nice, and the gameplay flow and elements are quite fine. It is just missing a lot of set dressing to drag me in and make me care about it. I'm not just here for the gameplay mechanic. I'm here for the game, the whole game experience, and it's missing that a little bit. Other than that, fantastically good game. Looking forward to see where it's going. Looking forward to see what the main game on Steam looks like eventually when I get around to looking at those. And that's it from me. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.